A warm welcome to Molineux for this standalone midweek Premier League game between the teams at the bottom and the top, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Arsenal. A match brought forward by 5 weeks because of the Gunners' participation in next month's Carabao Cup final.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to point out that yesterday was Lent. Lent began yesterday. Are you aware of this? And you've got to give up stuff, right? And it's well known that I tried to give up booze. I'm gonna try and give up what I like. I'm gonna try and give up alcohol for Lent. How good is that?
You've got no chance.
Okay. You say that, but quite a few famous people are doing that. I don't know if you've...
Bexsy?
No. Oh. Mikel Arteta apparently has given up winning.
Graham, can you persuade me that this might not be a straightforward away win for the league leaders?
Well, I've turned my optimism dial up to 10, and I still struggle to see beyond the one win that Wolves have had in 26 games, and the fact they've lost 10 out of 13 here, John. But, and it's a big but, the amazing thing is in the Premier League, if the home team, with the crowd behind them, and the crowd are positive at the moment and enjoying the evening, if they can get behind them and they can get an early goal, it gives them a chance.
Hey there, sports fans. I'm Ann, your go-to gal for all things football frenzy, bringing the drama, the laughs, and the heart-pounding action straight to your screen.
And I'm Kay, the guy who's basically lived in stadiums since I could kick a ball. Together, we're diving into the wild world of sports-ons. Epic sports shenanigans, where the goals are epic, the fails are hilarious, and the debates never end.
With just 12 games left in the season, Arsenal faced off against Wolves. And oh boy, what a bad soap opera.
Arsenal took the lead within 5 minutes. Saka scored an easy header. Everything pointed to a train wreck game for Wolves.
He's not tracked Bukayo Saka at all. Gets in behind a Wolves player.
When Hincapie scored the second goal for Arsenal in the 56th minute, Arsenal, bless their hearts, were strutting like peacocks.
Hincapie has been played in very neatly, and he's finished with...
Suddenly, like a rogue wave, Hugo Bueno rocketed a super goal into the top corner of the net. The storm was brewing.
Hugo Bueno, that's a lovely goal.
Arsenal became sloppy, and suddenly they were clinging to the wreckage after Tomadozi evened the score in the 94th minute.
Decent ball in. Terrible confusion between Gabriel and Raya.
Heads hanging low, no doubt about it. Arsenal's glancing over their shoulders like paranoid spies in a thriller flick. And there lurks Pep Guardiola's Manchester City machine, sharpening their claws, ready to pounce.
Yeah. Arsenal fans are starting to get more and more nervous that their team is going to bottle the league. And it's because of past trauma. Back in 2022-2023, Arsenal's largest lead was 8 points ahead. That was on April 7th of that year. But then they finished the season second, 5 points behind Manchester City. Then in 2023-24, Arsenal's largest lead, it was only 1 point. That was on May 10th of that year. And they finished second again, 2 points behind City. And now this year, Arsenal's largest lead was earlier this month with 9 points separating them and City, but that's now been closed down to 5 points. Tony, Arsenal's been one of the most balanced teams in Europe this season, and they fall to a Wolves side that is one of the worst that we've seen in Premier League history. I mean, what must the psyche of this Arsenal locker room be after that result yesterday?
It's a tough one, especially given the fact that you were 2-0 up, right, after, an hour in this one. And we were sat in the room, the green room yesterday, and we were watching this game, and we were actually criticizing Wolves during the game, saying, I can't believe this bottom-of-the-table team wants to build out of the back, and they're playing out of their 6-yard box. And at 15 minutes later, we're like, that's why you build out of the back, And it was just a roller coaster, and I can't imagine what the emotions are right now for Arsenal fans.
I gotta wonder, do they have the steel spine to weather this storm? Arsenal's been dreaming of glory. But now it's crunch time. Will they bend or break like a twig in the wind?
Yes, Manchester City are breathing down their necks. And the problem for Arsenal is this is not a vintage Manchester City side. So if I said to you over the last 5 games, what's the points difference that Arsenal have taken and Man City have taken? The way it's being phrased right now, you'd think that City have taken 15 points and Arsenal have taken 5. Man City have only taken 2 more points than Arsenal in the last 5 games. They're not flying. So Arsenal could have put their foot down, hit the pedal and accelerated away from Manchester City. The problem for them now is that it's now back in Manchester City's own hands.
I remember Patrick Vieira saying before the Man United game when he was on with Roy Keane, he said now or never. And I'm starting to think now. I was very bullish about Arsenal winning the league. That's half scared me tonight.
There is a feeling in me that this is the season, this is the opportunity. Man City will not be as loose as they've been at certain times in this season again. I think they will regain their poise. Liverpool are not going to be as poor at times next season as they are this season. Maybe they will be. Chelsea are getting better. United are evidently getting better.
Yeah.
So this is the window. This is the moment. This is where you put your foot on your opponent's throat.
Absolutely.
I still think they will. I still think it was never going to be easy. And why should it be easy to win a Premier League? They were always going to have to battle to win their first Premier League in the best part of a quarter of a century.
Could Arsenal be cracking under the pressure? It's like they're carrying the weight of a nation's hopes on their shoulders. Feels heavy, doesn't it? One slip and poof, dreams deflate like a punctured ball.
Having been 2 goals up against the team that's rock bottom on 9 points, just not good enough for a team that's hoping to win the title. And the way, things unravelled at the end, Trossard just trying to waste time, and then David Raya panicking, coming out when he didn't need to come out. It doesn't bode well, really, for Arsenal being able to handle the pressure, I think.
Suddenly, like a rogue wave, Hugo Bueno rocketed a super goal into the top corner of the net. The storm was brewing.
Hugo Bueno. Oh, what a lovely goal.
A 2-0, you're thinking that it's home and hosed, and then Hugo Bueno produces something special, and all of a sudden this place is alive again, and Arsenal get twitchy. That there were clearly a lot of nerves within the camp. The whole situation seems to be getting the better of them. It did tonight, and going forward, hopefully that won't be the case going forward, but it doesn't bode well, Pete.
I definitely think he thinks about it. The pressure will build. I think it is building. I think we can see it with the performance and then the reaction at the end as well at the game.
When Gabriel Jesus confuses football with wrestling, you know that Arsenal are feeling the pressure.
Through the veins of all the Arsenal players, but you've got to keep your control.
One can only wonder, will the past history on how both teams have finished previous seasons play a role?
Yeah, we look at this era and how they finish seasons. It's unbelievable the way they do it.
Yeah, this is just demonstrating the amount of points won by both Arsenal and Manchester City of the last 4 Premier League seasons in the last 12 games. Of course, different teams. You can argue whether Manchester City have got the same team as what they've had the last couple of seasons. But when you look at that, you speak about the experience. They're going to need to get this momentum, aren't they? Because they don't want the same thing to happen where City are having such a strong end to the season and Arsenal can't keep up.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Arsenal's shoes if it happens again. I mean, I was quite shocked with the interview of Arteta then. First time, really, I've seen him not majorly positive. Do you know what I mean? Usually he comes out, we've done this, we've done that. And he's saying, we deserve the hit, we deserve the hit. Instead of coming out and going, we're 5 points clear. As long as we don't get beat by Man City, we go same as them, we win the league.
Well, extremely disappointed, obviously, with the result, with the way the game ended. But we have to blame ourselves. I think the performance in the second half didn't show anything close to the standards that are required in this league to win, and with the margins that I think should have existed today, especially in the manner that we played the first half. So it's a moment of disappointment. We all want to talk a lot about how we're feeling. It's not the moment to do that, because anything that we do has to be always and only with the intention to help the team. And right now I think we have to swallow that frustration. When you are at this level and at the top, you need to take the hits, because today we deserve them as well, and move on as quick as possible, because on Sunday we have a big game coming up.
Arsenal have got to find a way of shaking this, because people are waiting, yourself included, and others, for Arsenal to fall off a cliff. Now, right now,
they're very near the edge of that cliff.
No, I wouldn't say they're near it. Right now, they're hanging on by their fingernails in terms of the 5-point gap. You're now hoping that Newcastle can do us a favour before they can play in the North London derby at the weekend. But it's one of those where, oh my goodness, this could turn out to be one of the best seasons in Arsenal's history, and quite quickly it's developing into potentially the worst. Squad's there, had such a big lead. I think I looked the other day in terms of, I think the stat was nights at the top of the Premier League table. I think Arsenal was like 147 nights. The closest was like 40, Liverpool.
With the latest results for Arsenal, what could Man City be thinking?
And look, let's be completely honest. Manchester City are not really convincing anyone, are they, as well? And since the turn of the year, they have picked up exactly the same number of points as Arsenal in those 8 games. It's 13 from a possible 24. I mean, that's mid-table form. But come on, those guys would have been watching the game last night. Pep won't admit it, the City players won't admit it, but they would have been dancing around their living rooms thinking this is now a chance for us. And they will be thinking, will they not, Jody? This is Arsenal's. The heads have gone it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what you need to be like spreading throughout that Man City dressing room. They'll be reminding themselves, saying, look, we've been in this position before, we've been behind Arsenal, and we've managed to get in front of them. But again, as I said, I believe that Arsenal have got enough in the tank to keep City at bay.
They can almost feel the nerves of the Arsenal team watching that tonight. I mean, they probably wouldn't have expected what we saw right at the end.
When Gabriel Jesus confuses football with wrestling, you know that Arsenal are feeling the pressure.
Through the veins of all the Arsenal players, but you've got to keep your control.
But they saw it, and now they really would have gained confidence from it.
Remember the blockbuster ahead? They clash with Man City in the Carabao League Cup final. Imagine the fireworks.
That result could swing the title race like a pendulum on steroids. A win for either team creates a momentum boost.
Carabao Cup final, the psychological advantage for the winners of that, because there is realistically, Villa fans won't like me, but there's only 2 teams in the title race, but the psychological effect of who wins the Carabao Cup final has never been a bigger trophy.
So who's your pick for Premier League champs, Manchester City or Arsenal? Drop your hot takes in the comments below. We want to hear your wild predictions, funny memes, or even your victory dances.
Smash that subscribe button for more epic sports shenanigans and share this video with your mates. Let's turn this debate into a full-blown party. See you in the comments.